So Shmuel and Ephraim, again, Shmuel is on the flute, Ephraim is on the piano, 6:30 in the morning, live from Jerusalem. The stage is yours, Bechavod. Tell us maybe a little bit about each and every composition.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We'll start playing directly, and then we'll talk. Just give a very small introduction on the following nigun, on the following melody. It's considered one of the most powerful and deep melodies, which was composed by the founder of the Lubavitch and Chabad movement. And it's a nigun which is it's a melody which corresponds to the four worlds, or to the worlds and the spiritual worlds that precede our world, and correspond to the inner levels of our soul. And because it's such a special, powerful melody, it is customary among Lubavitcher Hasidim to only sing this melody and sing this nigun in special times. One of these special times is when a groom is under the chuppah, when a bride is led under the chuppah, or in times of Rosh Hashanah and other special occasions. So we're going to start with that. It's technically or musically divided into 4 sections, and we're going to play them right now.
All right, beautiful. right, very good. Thank you, Ephraim and Shmuel. Just Shmuel, the other Shmuel, just a word on the sound. I mean, I think it sounds good, but is there any way to improve it?
No, that's as good as it's going to get.
Okay, all right, maybe bring the microphone close, I was thinking. But okay.
No.
Don't.
No.
Okay, fine. All right, go ahead. Thank you, Shmuel and Ephraim. Let's continue. Let's go.
So basically, sometimes I just want to add something to the beautiful words Ephraim shared with us. When we sing it, let's say in Rosh Hashanah or in special occasions, because it's I would say a heavy melody. Yeah, it's really first of all the melody is slow, but also you can hear it's not a regular melody. So right after that, we're usually playing a much more joyous melody that I want to share with you too, that you can hear. But before we start the melody, I just want to finish do the last part of the nigun that we just play, and right away to start, you'll see the differences between both melodies and how from sometimes darkness, you can just start with the nigun, start with the melody, and it's changed all your mind, and it's bring you to a much happier place and mind. So please.
I just want to add, it's basically, once like Shmuel said, once we have this heaviness and this seriousness, we move directly to joy, to decompress these feelings, because one of the ideas of this change is not to stay in the world of spirituality, but also to bring it down in action, and that can be sometimes much more powerful through joy. So like Shmuel said, we're going to play the last section and directly move to the joyous movement.
Okay, bravo, bravo, bravo. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Ephraim and Shmuel. Let's continue.
Rabbi Allouche.
Yes, yes, you talking to your brother?
Yes. No,
Right.
actually, your anyway. Please, now we want to play the Nigun Anim Zmerot, but I know that I heard you tell this story a couple of times. So please share the story of this special nigun, and we're going to follow with the melody.
Good one, Shmuel. All right. Well, I thought that I actually publicized to the whole community that this was your hour, not my hour. So I think you know the story. Fine. I'll share the story about this nigun, Anim Zmirot, very briefly. If you have anything to add, Shmuel, you can add like this. It will give you a little break also from playing, so they can you can refresh your lips and your oxygen. So, the story behind the nigun, the melody that they're about to play, really starts in 1962, when the Lubavitcher Rebbe of blessed memory taught this following melody to his Hasidim. There were thousands of people there. It was on Simchat Torah, and the story that he attached to the melody that he was about to teach, that we're about to listen, is about a Hasidic Jew who the day after Yom Kippur was found in his synagogue, enwrapped with his talit, with his eyes closed, and singing this nigun, singing this melody of Anim Zmirot, which speaks about the yearning of the soul. And what they quickly found out when they found this Hasidic Jew, again on the day of the Yom Kippur, singing this nigun with all of his heart and with his eyes closed, is that he was singing that nigun from Yom Kippur. This Jew so immersed in the yearning of the soul that this nigun represents, had not broken his fast yet. He was still under Yom Kippur mode. He was still with his eyes closed. He was still in the ecstasy of Yom Kippur. And then the Lubavitcher Rebbe went on to explain that not only does this melody come from him, from this Hasidic Jew, but it comes also to represent that which we ought to continue after Yom Kippur. We can fall back to our mundane days and to our world so quickly after the highs of Yom Kippur, but we have to learn from this Hasidic Jew to continue on the spirit of Yom Kippur, even when Yom Kippur is officially over, and to continue on to attend to our soul and to its yearning that's so beautifully expressed by the nigun that we're about to listen from Ephraim and Shmuel. B'chavod.
I just want to add that I once tried before the fast starting on Yom Kippur to sing this nigun. I thought maybe, I'll find myself at the end of the fast. To me, it didn't happen, but I'm sure that maybe in CBT with the beautiful shul that hopefully Bezrat Hashem will open again in the next Yom Kippur fast. Maybe to a few of you it can help to make the fast easier. Anyway, please.
Well done. Thank you, Ephraim and Shmuel. Let's go. Do you have any Persian songs? How about a Moroccan song? Fine, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go. Continue.
You know, we'll move to a Joyce Nigun right there.
Shmuel and Ephraim, you're on camera. Just to remind you. Let's go. Continue. Let's go.
I can start and maybe explain now the nigun, and we all hear it, and it's a very nice melody. But nigun, one of the powerful things of nigun, that you can just hear it and take it to yourself. You don't have to hear explanations. You by yourself, you made your thoughts on this. So this melody, I can share what I think of, but I'm sure everyone can just take it and I don't know. Internalize. Anyway, there is a special request of Rabbi Allouche to play maybe something classical music, and I know Ephraim has a very, very nice piece. I'm sure everyone knows it. It's a Beethoven sonata. I'll just give him the stage, please, Ephraim.
Shmuel, don't run away so fast. Shmuel,
Yeah.
come here. Shmuel. Okay. Fine, Ephraim. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. Shmuel, maybe you can harmonize with him as he plays. I'm not letting you go. Go. Ephraim, go for it.
Okay, fine. Let's just play. You know what? I just want to say something about classical music and the Hasidic melody. I'll share with you a story, which shows also the power of a nigun. There was one man who was very distressed. He was learning Talmud, he was learning Gemara, and he was very distressed. He couldn't understand. He had a very powerful question, which he couldn't sleep at night. He was trying to look for an answer, and he came to the Balancer Rebbe, and he asked me the question. And instead of answering the question, the Balancer Rebbe started singing a nigun. And with this nigun, he was so immersed, and he elevated this man's soul until he reached a level when he basically arose and awoke from the nigun, his questions felt all answered. He didn't have any questions anymore. But what does the story show us? That the nigun is such a powerful tool that sometimes when you try to use or solve problems with rationality and with a methodical and analytical process, you can only reach one level. But sometimes with the nigun and the power of a nigun, you can reach a place in which there is no question. And the same idea is surprisingly what's done in classical music many times. One of the most basic or the most common forms of classical music is called the sonata form. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that, but the sonata form is basically it's a piece of music where the composer has three sections, and what the composer does is it takes two different themes which are contrasting, and there's a struggle between them, and he presents that in the first section of the piece, and in the last section he basically resolves these two to the contrast. So basically, by the power of music, he takes two contrasting and struggling themes, and with harmony and with the tools that music provides us, is able to resolve the conflict. So I'm just going to play a very short excerpt of the Sonata number 1 of Beethoven for piano. Here. Shmuel, please. Shmuel, come here.
Thank you, Ephraim. Beautiful, beautiful. Shmuel.
Yeah.
Just to include also do a Bach sonata, as we are in the mood of classical music. Just with no.
Wait. Everyone said a story behind their melody. What's the story behind this Bach sonata that you're about to play, Shmuel?
The Bach sonata?
Yes.
The truth, I don't know.
Okay, so you can make up one. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Shmuel. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what else do you have in store for us?
Yeah, we're gonna play now just for Hadran.
אולי מה ששלחתי לכם?
What? We're gonna play Hallelujah of Leonard Cohen.
All right. Beautiful. Do you, Shmuel, you want to come closer to the camera when you say that? Come closer to the camera. I'm kidding. Go for it.
Please join us.
Okay, yalla. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ephraim and Shmuel. I'm going to ask you for one last encore. Everyone is muted, so you can't hear them shout encore. But I know everyone wants one more.
All right, so you choose, Rabbi Allouche. Choose something that
Let's see if we have, let's see via the chat, if we have any, type in if you have any special requests. We had a Persian music for request. I don't know if you know any of those. But let me see if we have anything. Oh, Atikva. Atikva is the request. I have Yerushalayim Shel Zahav is another request here. Whatever you guys want. Let's one encore. Raisins and almonds is another request. Whatever you want.
As we're about to start today here in Jerusalem, we'll play Yerushalayim Shel Zahav.
Okay, beautiful. And we can connect this, by the way, I think, if I may add, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav is most apropos You started the fast already. Tomorrow is a fast day, the 17th of Tammuz, which begins, by the way, in Scottsdale at 3:51 a.m., ends at 8:10 p.m. But it's the day when the Romans besieged Jerusalem in the year 66 CE, and 3 years later, that led to the destruction of the Second Temple. So we can connect to Jerusalem and our prayer for its ultimate reconstruction with the Third Temple through the song that you'll be playing now. So Ephraim and Shmuel, bechavod. And stop looking at your phones, just play.
I'm just looking at what you sent me.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, big brother has to be a big brother. Go for it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Ephraim and Shmuel. I see another last request here. Shamil, that you said that you play. Shmuel, come back to the screen. That you played for us. Maybe one last one. And then for the grand finale, I see your children are there, Ephraim. I personally, selfishly want to see my nieces and nephews. You can bring them all on camera to say goodbye. But maybe one last song, maybe Shamil, which is the Hasidic melody that Shmuel taught us during the Soul Conference. Maybe you can give us, Shmuel, when your big brother talks, you listen. So maybe you can give us another synopsis, another little explanation of Shamil. Sing it, and then I want to see the whole family. Bechavod. Let's go.
Okay, so basically a few hundred years ago, in the mountains of somewhere in Russia, there were a king, I don't know, Pecha, that his name was Shamil, and he was in a he was like a mayor of a city, and
All right, Shmuel, I'm going to continue the story. Shmuel's being distracted, I know, but he'll come back and play it. He was the mayor of a city, was captured by the Soviets, and he was placed in a prison and in that prison, he composed this song of yearning, where he believed that although he's a prisoner and although he's been tortured, he will go back to being the king of his own palace, of his own city, and reconquer the Soviets. Now, in a way, it's the song of the soul too, that the soul in heaven is in its own palace. It's the king of that city, and then it's imprisoned by this world. But in this world, it does not give up, and it prays and it yearns to go back to the city from which it came from, or better, to make this world its heaven, its palace, and be the king or the queen again, to show full control and show victory of the soul over this materialistic world. So bechavod, come on, one more song, Shmuel, and then we'll wish each other a good night. Let's go.
One second. I want to a special surprise. I want to introduce my nephew, who is also a great player of the clarinet, the son of Ephraim Allouche, who will join us for the last song, the last one that he does. And yeah, Isaac Allouche, please.
There you go, Isaac. Go for it.